Hey YouTube, um, it's me, Max, and as you can see, I am post-op. Um, I have a few videos I did while I was in the hospital, but I haven't put them together yet, and I didn't do as many as I initially intended on it. So my wanted to kind of give a run through about what happened. First of all, I want to say thank you to Casey for making the video about his experience with Dr. McGinn. It was really helpful. Um, when when so we drove down to Pennsylvania on Tuesday night um, for my surgery Wednesday morning. My mom drove from upstate New York, so it was a longer drive, so she didn't get there till like 1 a.m. We got there like 6 p.m. And ate dinner and stuff. And of course, I couldn't eat after midnight, so we ate kind of early. Though had kind of a nervous tummy, so I didn't really eat a lot. Had a lot of leftovers, and so my mom got there around 1 a.m. and we didn't get to sleep till like 2. We didn't go to bed till like 2, but I was kind of anxious, so I didn't really sleep. We got up at 5. I had to take a shower with some antibacterial soap, Hibiclin soap, and then we went to the hospital where I just basically wore my button-up shirt and flip-flops and stuff. So we go in and we check in, and I thought we'd have to wait a lot more. I thought there would be a lot of hurrying up and waiting, but we didn't really wait very much at all. There was a lot of stuff to do in the meantime. So I went in and I checked in, and we paid, and we signed some papers, and then we they took some blood, and then we went in and we talked to one of the nurses who asked me a bunch of questions like, what are you allergic to, etc., etc., and I had to sign some papers. And this was in like a waiting room, but it was in like a family suite, it was called. So it was like a waiting room, but it was like there was no one else in the room but just you, and so it was like a doctor's office / waiting room, as opposed to the main waiting room, which I didn't go into, that they stated while I was actually in surgery. So I so my mom left the room while Dr. McGinn came in. Dr. McGinn came in and went over the risks and all that sort of thing. My mom was there for that, but then when she went to draw on my chest, my mom left. And first thing she said when she took, because for my consultation, she had seen my chest before, but when she pulled down my thing to draw on, first thing she said was, "Wow," which made me really nervous, because I was very big. I was a D, and so I was really nervous that would. And she warned me that it might cause some problems. She did say that it would be more difficult to do because I was a bigger chest, and that I had bigger nipples, or I had bigger nipples, so it would be a problem. Not a problem, but just more difficult. But I trust her, so I let her draw on my chest, and we talked a little bit about Casey. Actually, we talked a little bit about your video on YouTube. So I have to be nice to her in this video. Just kidding. I'd be nice to her anyway. She's a great surgeon. We talked about the fact that she I don't know if I actually talked about this with her. I might have brought it up to her. It's all kind of fuzzy, but the fact that she's trans made a huge difference for me in how I dealt with her having, like, I felt like she understood it. Like when she was like, empathizing, she was really empathizing. It wasn't sympathy, or it wasn't pity. It wasn't like, it was like empathy because she'd been there before. So after that, I so I had gotten dressed, obviously, and I put my clothes all in a bag except for my glasses because I can't see. They wanted to put my glasses away, but I can't see anything without my glasses, so let me keep it for a little longer. So then I left that room after I signed some more papers, and then Dr. McGinn left, and then so I went down to the like this other room, this like long skinny room, which is like really really freezing cold. Um, that all these other people are in, like, waiting for their surgeries and stuff. Um, there was that's where I met the anesthesiologist and his assistant, and a bunch of the nurses who are all really nice. Um, and they asked me all those questions, and I had to sign some more papers, and then it all went really so quickly. Like, I didn't feel like I was waiting at all. And then they were like, "Okay, so we're gonna give you some medication that will make you kind of sleepy." And they were like, "Oh, it'll be like having a few drinks." And I was like, I couldn't even finish my sentence. It hit me so quickly, and I don't really remember much after that. I remember this wasn't the anesthesia. This is just like to relax me before the anesthesia. But I remember, I don't remember them moving me. Well, I remember like a brief glimpse of like big lights, but I wasn't laying down yet. And then I remember them trying to put the mask on me, and I thought they were saying we're not putting you to sleep yet, but I was sleeping. Um, and then I remember when I was waking up, I had a really tough time waking up. I was really weepy and like, I didn't like cry tears, but like I was panicking a lot, and I was trying to say help me, but they couldn't understand me. And apparently, I asked one of the nurses if I'd been raptured, and Dr. McGinn came back to see me, but I couldn't really talk to her because I was really out of it. I only remember that vaguely. I don't remember what she said to me or anything. And then I went back to that recovery, not the recovery room. What is it? After like 40 minutes in the recovery room, I went to the waiting room, the family suite room, and I was the only one in there for a while. But then I threw up from the anesthesia, so they couldn't give me pain meds yet. So I was in a lot of pain for a little while. And then my mom and Sarah came in to see me, and after they gave me something to keep some nausea medicine in my IV, and then when that kicked in, and I drank some ginger ale and kept it down, they gave me some pain meds. I was in a lot of pain at that point. And they told me that when Dr. McGinn went to see them, that she said that it went really well. And then I stayed there for a little while, till like 1 p.m. And then we went home, and my mom went and got my prescriptions and everything, and I basically just slept for that first whole day. My mom stayed that night in the hotel with us, and the next morning my mom left, and Sarah and I went to Sarah woke up like every 4 hours to give me my medication. One time we decided to wait 5 hours to sleep a little longer, and then I ended up being in so much pain. So we really can't wait longer than that 4 hours. Even if we wait like a half hour, I start feeling it a lot. So the next morning, we went to Dr. McGinn office at 10 a.m. so she could see and make sure everything was going well. She didn't really do much. She just kind of like peeked in here, and then said, "Okay, you're good. You can leave." But she said she was really surprised that it went really well. and it was a lot quicker than she anticipated. She anticipated a 3-hour surgery, and it was a 2-hour surgery, and she anticipated that because I was larger that it would cause problems, but she was smiling a lot. She seemed like she was really happy about it. So that's good news. And so then I came home. I drove home because I live in New York, which is only like an hour and a half from New Hope. So she allowed me to go home. And I'm coming back. I'm going back on Tuesday. It's Saturday now. So that was Thursday. Wednesday was my surgery. Thursday was that second appointment. I'm just kind of now feeling well enough that I can sit up and do stuff. I've been really feeling awful. I still feel like I can't type and things are like fuzzy in my eyes and stuff. But, my rats are squeaking. And so Tuesday at 11, Tuesday at 11 is our appointment, so we have to drive down at like 9 a.m. And hopefully get the drains out by then. This one's mostly fluid, and this one's more blood, but it's still more fluid now than it was. As you can see, it's really light. It used to be really dark. And I don't know if you can see everything. Alright, look. Can't really lift my arms up. I don't really know where I shaved my armpits, which she didn't tell me to do, but a bunch of other guys said they did it, and it was a really good idea because the dressings come all the way up to my armpits, and it would have been really difficult to try to pull the tape off if I had all that hair. I still have hair, but not as much. So she was really glad about the shaving my armpit thing. She mentioned it. Anyway, I have some other things. Some other videos of the day before and stuff I might post, but we didn't film as much as I thought we might at the hospital itself because I was just really feeling not well at all. I thought I'd be able to form a cohesive sentence, and I couldn't. I'm still really just starting to be able to do that, so anyway, yeah, I think everything, this right here hurts a lot, but she said she took some fat out from under my arm, so she took more fat out from here, so it might hurt more. She had to really dig in there, she said. I think it's a lot of swelling, but it's hard to tell because of how much dressings. I think my nipples are probably here somewhere. I can't tell. I think they're like here. I don't know. I feel like I phantom feel things. I feel things that I don't know if I'm actually feeling because I might be just imagining it. I feel a tingle, and I associate that tingle with a certain part of my chest that isn't there anymore. So I don't know where it is that I'm feeling like I feel right now. I don't know. So anyway, I'll make another video soon. I hope this is helpful to somebody.